The holidays are here, and that means it's the most wonderful time of the year to save with Rakuten. Use Rakuten to stack cash back at your favorite stores on top of holiday sales. That's savings on savings. With Rakuten, you get cash back on gifts for everyone on your list. From toys for the kids, to kitchen gear for the person who loves to cook, to electronics for everyone. You can even save on something for yourself. Just shop the stores you love and cash back is automatically added to your account. And you can get paid with gift cards, PayPal, or check. Or eligible American Express card members can even choose to earn membership rewards points instead of cash back. It's truly a no-brainer. Join for free today and get a new member bonus after minimum qualifying purchases. Just go to Rakuten.com, download the app, or install the browser extension. That's RAKUTEN. Terms and conditions apply.
Gravestone.
Welcome to Gravestone Podcast, where horror comes to life in every form it takes. I'm Megan.
And I just survived choking on wine.
Oh, God. I feel like we've had a really full day today.
Yes.
We have. We're revisiting childhood trauma again this week. So This is going to be, episode 3 of our childhood trauma series, where
sometimes they don't make sense.
No, fuck no. Where we revisit a film that we watched possibly younger maybe than we should have done, that traumatized us or stayed with us in some way for some reason as kids. We revisit them as adults and then talk through them, particularly because in a lot of cases
they just don't.
They don't hold up the same way. No. And also potentially in some cases the other one of us has not seen them.
Yes.
Which, to be fair, especially for yours, so far, two for two have been the case for me. I've not seen either of these movies. So.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's great.
So, okay, this week we are talking about the 1986, probably oft-forgotten, I don't know, animal attack movie,
it's a great
Link.
Movie.
Link.
It has nominations.
Oh, God, okay. Anyway, to follow everything that we have going on for this series, as well as kind of everything else in general through the pod, you can follow all of our socials at Gravestone Pod. So we're kind of everywhere, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky, all the places. Search Gravestone Pod, and that's where we're at. And that's where we're regularly posting everything to do with like the episodes of the week and everything that we're kind of working on as well. So just, you can keep up with everything with us there too.
Or shenanigans.
If you forget where this is. Okay, shall I read? Okay, I feel like we need to do this just to like keep ourselves on track for the childhood trauma episodes. I think we're going to try to do this. So I'm going to read what? I'm
going to read the official one.
You're going to read the official summary?
You tell me what you thought of this since you haven't seen it.
Okay, so Arthur's going to read the official synopsis. You did not say your name at the beginning of the episode. Arthur's going to read the official synopsis.
Trying to live.
Of the movie. And then I'm going to tell you what I think this movie is actually about.
Okay, so the storyline of this movie is student Jane jobs as an assistant for the animal researcher Philip in a lonesome old house. They live alone except for a chimpanzee and a butler, Link, a 45-year-old very intelligent orangutan. Philip wants to put Link to death. However, before he can do this, he's vanished tracelessly. One morning, Link starts behaving more and more aggressively and prohibits Jane from using the phone or reaching the next village. When she punishes him by locking him out, he becomes violent. Dum.
The grammar and syntax in that summary did not make sense. I don't know who wrote that. That's weird. That was weird.
I don't know.
Okay. Is that on IMDb?
That is IMDb. That is the storyline of IMDb.
Oh, that's weird. Okay. This film...
Yeah, what did you...
Okay.
What was your synopsis after seeing this? Because
was idiot student takes job with...
Why?
She's insane to accept a job like this.
Oh, yes, to be fair.
A job in a remote... That's it, at a remote sort of like mansion on the English cliffside, essentially.
Very nice
at the
place,
edge
actually.
of the country.
Yeah, I liked it.
Working, quote unquote, for an, let's say, to be very polite, eccentric professor who seems to be doing some sort of probably illegal research because it's not been approved by the college.
It's also in his house.
Yeah, what the fuck?
In a locked room.
Oh my God. And his prize orangutan, Link, develops a bit of an obsession with her and becomes jealous when she begins to interact with the other apes that are on the property.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That's pretty spot on.
Yeah, because that little thing that you said about like, oh, he becomes violent when she locks him out. I'm like, he was already violent. He was violent before that.
He was showing signs of, but he like the catalyst is when she locks him out.
I guess. Even so,
That's
he'd
what I
already
think.
killed the professor at that point. Spoiler.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but there's gonna be spoilers. But come on, like it's a movie from.
Oh, it's a movie from 1986, so I don't know what to tell
1986.
you. So like, spoiler alert, I guess.
You've been warned. Spoilers ahead.
Not really. But surprisingly, you know what? This movie has like a decent cast,
Oh my god. Okay.
which is really cool.
This was the thing that really like threw me in the first place, is that the film starts and Jane shows up, the lead character, and it's Elizabeth Shue, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Excuse me, Elizabeth Shue is like an 80s icon." Karate Kid,
Hey, man.
Back to the Future Part 1 and 2, my personal favorite, Adventures in Babysitting, and like she's working to this day. Like she was in The Boys and
Oh,
Gen
damn.
V.
Still,
More recently, her character recurred in Cobra Kai as her character that she plays in Karate Kid.
Okay,
As
yeah.
Allie Mills, she comes back in like a cameo role.
she did this movie after Karate Kid.
I know, it's insane.
That's incredible.
Because Karate Kid was like, what, 84, 85?
Stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Which,
Wow.
and this was, maybe it was filmed roughly around the same time. And, you know, it's just like a toss up. You don't know how it's going to
Yeah,
go
it's very
for you. This movie is insane.
Okay, but there's also Terrence Stamp.
Terrence Stamp as well. Very well renowned and well respected
Yeah.
English actor.
Like it's crazy. I mean, there's a couple of other ones, but they're not. wouldn't say they're that known there.
No,
But
but wasn't this also wasn't this directed by Richard Franklin? Like he
it was directed by Richard Franklin.
like he directed
yeah.
Psycho 2, which is regarded now particularly, maybe not at the time, but now as a very solid, very good sequel to an iconic film. And it's true that the second one, we don't talk about the third one, but the second one is really good. Like genuinely, like it's a really good story. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, yes, he did all of that. Like, this
Yeah.
is one of those weird, probably the movie's not that good, the script is not that good, but everything else was good. People
Yeah.
were working on it, the cast and everything. Yeah.
it's just insane. It's just the whole thing is crazy. So the whole thing with Jane, right, is that she's on a scholarship in England at, I don't know,
Oh, yeah, it's true.
an
She's from the
unknown
US.
university
Yeah.
studying, and she gets the opportunity, then that's it. She wants like an assistant job or something working with this professor, Stephen Phillip. And their whole early interaction is super bizarre, by the way, because he's looking for sperm donors. We don't find out why. By the way, he doesn't explain why he's looking for sperm
is true.
donors. And she thinks he's looking for an assistant. And there's like a weird kerfuffle confusion that happens there. And then he basically he's weird with her. Like you can't tell if the script is so bizarre in this film because you can't tell if
I
he's like
agree.
a dirty old pervert and he's like creeping on her, or if he's just like, oh, I feel bad now, so do you want to come and work for me personally in like my like mansion on the coast, like my Victorian mansion on the coast of England, basically, would you like to come up and work for me as my quote unquote assistant?
Yeah, I mean, the movie, now that I've rewatched it, first of all, I need to remember why the hell it scared me.
I don't know. Oh yeah, but I felt that way. See, when we talked about American Werewolf in Paris, I'm like, yeah, I don't remember why I was afraid
Yeah,
of this
that's it.
film.
There's a couple of scenes that I'm like, yeah, okay, I remember why it was kind of creepy, but the movie and what happens in it, especially at the beginning with the whole, I guess, professor-student relationship, even
it's
though she
so
doesn't
weird.
really go to his class because she says that her boyfriend is
No,
in it.
it's
She
'cause they're
just kind of
working-
like assists it sometimes. You were like, this is like super inappropriate.
It was
At least-
so inappropriate.
At least now it definitely would not fly.
I feel like it should have been appropriate in the mid 80s as well. Are you kidding me?
It was a wild time.
I guess so. Because I'm sorry, a professor at a university is asking a student to work for him at his private residence.
Yeah, that is like 4 hours away from the mainland.
What?
What?
That's insane.
And
That-
also, like, not even work. It's like, oh yeah, you kind of help, but you also have to clean up and cook and take care
That's
of
it.
things.
So come and be my maid, quote unquote,
Kinda.
and then assist me with the apes that I have that I'm working on, possibly illegally. I don't even know how he obtained them properly.
I don't think that was legal.
It all seems shady.
It was shady as
so
fuck.
shady. Oh my god, it's the whole thing is wily, and I know I get the feeling part of it's supposed to be, but the script is so kind of weirdly clunky that it's not. There's no like smooth transition into understanding how we got to this point. So you're just like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
It's interesting. You know what? It's weird because we talk about all of this. This movie has nominations and wins for awards.
For what?
Okay, so it was nominated for Avoriaz Fantastic Film Festival. It was a winner
Okay.
for this special jury award and the grand prize. But also, it was, I think they won for this one, both actors,
Okay.
Elizabeth Shue and,
Terrence Stamp?
nope, Jerry Goldsmith.
Who's that?
Won the Academy of Science Fiction, Fantasy, and Horror Films USA.
I'm so confused by who Jerry Goldsmith is. Is this a person who worked on the film, maybe?
Probably. Let me check.
Oh, the music. Oh, it's the score. Oh my god. Okay.
Score.
Okay. We have to talk about that.
Oh my God.
The score in this movie, first of all, is
Megan was
great.
dying.
The thing, do you know what the funny thing is? It's such a fun score. It's so good, but it
didn't fit.
The tone for this
Yes.
film makes no sense. The entire tone of this film makes no sense. This movie cannot decide what kind of a film it is. It's like, I'm a quote unquote horror movie, but it's so silly the
Yes.
entire time. And it also, I'm sorry,
Supposed to be thrillery.
the score is so jaunty and upbeat that I myself am like, I feel like it wasn't even taking itself seriously at the time that it was made. Like it's so confusing. You're like, what is this movie trying to do?
It's supposed to be thriller.
It's not a thriller. So stupid.
It's weird. I was rewatching it. Okay, so from what I remember in terms of like the childhood trauma aspect of things is that I for sure have seen it when I was like 12
Okay.
or 11 or something like that, and it was 100% daytime TV or some shit, and I was probably alone at home.
Okay.
Okay. And I was watching it, and when we started watching it for the first like 20 minutes, I had no idea if this was the right movie. I was like, okay, I hope I chose the right one, because we were like 30 minutes in, I'm like, I don't know. If
You're
this
like,
is the
I
right
don't
one.
remember any of
Yeah,
this.
I have no idea if this was the case. But then when they started doing the whole, remote
At the mansion there.
mansion
like the
thing, which
estate.
kind of had like an experiment room. Anyways, that I remembered.
Okay.
I also remember it being a lot more violent, but maybe that was just like kind of like my 12-year-old mind thinking that things were a
Yeah.
lot more violent, because it wasn't that bad.
No.
It's also like a British horror. Don't really, at least at that time, they don't really show
I think they might have been,
crazy.
and it's possible that like budget wise as well, right? There was only so much they could
Yeah.
manage with, like a limited budget maybe and things like that too. We don't know. And maybe like ratings wise, they had to keep it under
yes, true.
a certain like gore level and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's it. So that's what I remember is that
Yeah.
like it was that part, and like there was a killer ape
Yes.
named Link, and it was creepy because it was chasing people around and killing them and everything, and that's what kind of marked me is that I was like, oh shit, monkeys are not just funny, they are also dangerous.
Except in this case, they're very funny also, as well as being dangerous.
Well, now that I rewatch it like 12 years
Oh my
later.
God.
What am I saying, 12 years? Oh my God.
Yeah, 12 years ago? No,
It'll
unfortunately,
be
it was
like
longer.
22 years ago. Oh my goodness.
Don't think about it.
Oh God, this movie just...
Aged you.
Yeah, but in my own head, and it made it worse.
You're like, and now I'm sad.
Hey, good thing we're having wine.
Oh God.
So yeah, anyways,
Yeah.
rewatching this now, I'm like,
Yeah.
this is not that bad.
No.
I don't know why it traumatized me so much, but it's literally in my head. It still lives there.
Yeah. Sometimes you build these things up more, I find, as
Yes,
a child.
100%.
There will be a couple down the line that will be for me, like
Mm-hmm,
on my childhood trauma, that like, are very well known ones as well, that people will be like, what? Why? But when you're 9, Like,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
a bit
yeah.
of a difference, I find, in watching things
It
and like
marks you
how
in a
scary
different
they
way,
are.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's it.
I remember that.
So you kind of have to like, you almost have to like set the scene to a degree of like how old you were, maybe like, you know, what you did or didn't see or what you do or don't remember seeing
Yeah.
from the
Were you
movie.
alone? Was it at night?
Yeah.
Because that makes it so much scarier when you're 10.
Oh, that's it,
you know?
exactly. Yeah, okay, wow. We should talk about the real stars of the film, which, let's be real, are apes, because they did have like live apes on set, obviously, for the
Yes.
duration of this. So there are 3 in total that we see. Our main one is Link, played by an ape named Locke. He's an orangutan.
Yeah, who was supposed to be a chimpanzee.
Yeah.
But when Locke got the role, so I guess there were auditions
Auditioning,
or
and I guess he was just
something?
good.
Yeah, anyways, they changed it to an orangutan, and the trainer dyed his fur black and gave him
Yeah.
prosthetic ears to make him look more like a chimp.
Yeah, because I guess he's quote unquote still supposed to be a chimp, even though he's clearly not a chimp. He
He's
doesn't look like the
clearly
other.
an orangutan, but okay.
There are 2 chimps in the film as well.
Yes.
There is Voodoo, who's a fully grown female chimpanzee who has a smaller role.
Yeah, and who was actually like on set
Yes.
for real.
Yeah, I know.
Like a fully grown
She's so big.
chimp, huge
She's
and
so
so strong. I don't know how they managed to be okay with this because like that was dangerous.
I don't know. And Imp, who's another baby chimp, who's supposed to be Voodoo's son, which is never clear in my opinion in the
That
film,
was
by the way.
never mentioned.
No, that's
Okay.
what this is what the description of the characters tells me
All
is
right.
that apparently Imp, played by a chimp named Jed, is Voodoo's son, which we did not see. Can I just fun fact people about chimps and orangutans while we're here?
Yes, please enlighten
Just for
us.
sizes, okay. So fully grown chimpanzees, males typically weigh between 88 to 132 pounds, so 40 to 60 kilos.
Okay. It's
And
not bad.
they are roughly between 3 to 5.5 feet tall when standing upright when they're fully grown, which like I would just like to put into practice, like into perspective. I'm 5'4", and they can go up to 5'5" when they're standing.
Yeah.
And females typically weigh between 70 to 104 pounds, but they can sometimes go up to 110 pounds in some cases if they're fully grown, apparently. And weirdly, apparently, female chimpanzees in captivity can grow larger than in the wild, which is interesting. Orangutans are bigger.
Oh yeah.
They're larger apes,
They can
obviously.
be huge.
They're
I've
very
seen
big.
big
Yeah.
ones.
So males typically weigh between 170 to 220 pounds.
Damn. That's
So
me.
that is, what do you weigh, like 185?
180.
Fuck, okay. And can be between 4.6 to 5.6 feet tall, so 1.4 to 1.7 meters. And females weigh from 80 to 120 pounds generally and can go from 3.8 feet to 3.9 feet tall.
Wow.
And their arm span can go up to 6.5 feet from fingertip to fingertip, so 2 meters.
That's insane. They're also like incredibly strong.
They're very, very, very
Like,
strong.
It's kind of hard to quantify that, but damn.
Well, so that was the weird thing too, right? Is that most of the time, right? What we were saying about Voodoo, like the female chimp, is
Yeah.
that she was a fully grown chimp, and that's not a thing. Now, most of the time, most of these things are CG because the majority of the time, you know, we don't want animals acting aggressively on sets and having to be provoked into doing
That's it.
something.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just safer for the animal and for the people, obviously, to do this. So generally they're CG, but when they have in the past had chimps and stuff like live chimps on different sets and things like that, the majority of the time they are babies because they're less aggressive.
Yeah, makes sense.
And they're not as strong, obviously, because they're not at their full size. So that's not something that they have very often. So I'm surprised that I mean, I guess I'm not. It was 1985 when they shot this film.
86, yeah, 85, that's it.
Yeah. So maybe I'm not surprised that they had a full grown chimp on set, but like, guys, what? Are you okay? Be careful with that. Although apparently Elizabeth Shue got bit by one while they
Yes,
were
I was just
filming.
gonna say, like, I'm surprised that nothing else happened, or
I
maybe
know.
we just don't know about it.
But I'm also not
But,
surprised
like-
that happened. There are multiple scenes in which the humans interacting with the apes have to be like mean to them. And I'm like, well, no wonder they
yeah.
got bit. Like, obviously, it's going to get agitated. One of them is
Of
going to get
course.
agitated at some point, and they're going to do something.
Yeah, that's it. It's wow,
I know.
it's crazy. It's
But let's be real. Like, they're like the real stars of the film. Like Link,
Actually,
like
yeah.
Locke, the ape, the orangutan.
it was really good.
He's
He
the
was
real star of the
funny.
film. He's so good.
He was like good. It was Yeah.
He was like the handsomest boy. He was so cute.
Oh yeah, because he wore a tux.
He had like half a suit on for the entire film,
He
which
had
was like a
pants
little
on.
bit
Megan
ridiculous.
was like, I can't take him seriously.
Because
He's not
got little
violent. He has
pants on.
pants.
And like half the time he's doing something, like his reactions to things, the way that it's edited, it looks, he's silly. Like it's the way that it's
Yes.
edited. It's not necessarily the reactions that the ape actually has, but he seems silly all the time. And you're like, well, I can't be scared of him. Because I'm like, he does something and I'm like, oh. Like he kills someone and then he's like, Dowie. And I'm like, oh. Like he just like gives like the hand to be like, forgive me. And I'm like, oh, he's so cute though.
Okay.
This is a really good year to watch this after we've seen Good Boy. Because I'm like, yeah, you can never be mad at an animal in a movie.
It killed like 4 people in this movie.
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care. I like Wink. He's my favorite character.
Damn. All right. Oh wow. Yeah. So that was. You know what? I'm actually glad that we've rewatched it.
You were able to revisit this movie.
Yes, and talk about it, because now I'm thinking about it more and more. And I'm like,
Yeah.
no, this is not that scary. So maybe it's gonna like erase itself from my memory.
Erase
which would be
the
nice.
childhood trauma. I wonder if we're exercising any things by doing this.
This is actually therapy,
Yeah.
guys. We're just being really public about it.
We're just working through
that's it.
some of our childhood issues by watching some of these films. The entire thing is very clunky. The storyline is weird.
Even the beginning makes no sense.
Oh my God. Okay, we didn't talk about the opening scene. The opening scene of this movie never comes back. There
Nope.
is no indication as to whether it's taking place before or after
yeah.
the events of the film.
We have
which
no
is,
idea who these people are.
oh my God, which is just on a rooftop on top of a house in
Yes.
London, I guess. In which there's like a little girl who's trying to go to sleep and she can hear noises on the roof of the house, and we're given a POV shot from what I can only assume is an ape.
Yeah, I think we saw like his hand. Or
Yeah,
something. Yeah.
who climbs onto a roof and proceeds to kill a cat that's up there, as well as a bunch of pigeons that are in like a cage up there that I assume someone tends to, basically. And then there is no follow through with it. And there is no thing like, if this had been after the events of the film, if you're supposed to be like, oh yes, and then, Link makes it through and then he makes his way to London and starts wreaking havoc there. Like if it got very murders in the room work at that point, and he had like, we had seen that it was him and we were like, oh, okay, I get it. And then you go like, oh, 10 days earlier. And like, this is what
Something
happens
like
like
that.
10, 15 days earlier, whatever the case may be. No, none of that.
There was
It's
nothing.
the opening scene for, I guess it was supposed to be for shock value in some capacity.
I guess.
This whole film is written so bizarrely.
It was, it was strange. And then like, she couldn't leave the island.
Oh my God, the
Because
dogs.
of the
Okay,
dogs.
okay. So
couldn't
she can't
kill-
go into town. Okay, so this is out in the full countryside. So I know. So from what I read really briefly, it was shot on like the Scottish border, essentially. Very like hills and valleys, cliff sides, all that kind of stuff. I assume it still takes place in England. Technically, I don't know. There's no clarification around it. They don't indicate exactly where they're
A lot of England
situated.
borders the ocean.
True.
so
Yes.
it's-
So who knows? So anyway, so they're in England somewhere. And there's just like some weird throwaway dialogue, what you think is throwaway dialogue at the beginning when Jane is taking a taxi from wherever to the house in the first place, where the cab driver is talking about the fact that there are, I guess, rabid dogs
they're just
on the
wild
loose
dogs. I think
on
it's
the
just wild
moors.
dogs, yeah.
That is essentially where everything is set. And people are, I guess, having problems with them. And you forget that this exists until she tries to leave at one point after Dr. Phillip has disappeared. And she tries to go looking for him, but he's dead, obviously.
Yes.
And she tries to go looking for him and tries to walk towards the town, but then is confronted by basically a Rottweiler, just like that is matted up to quote unquote look like a rabid dog, but really he just looks like a dog who's barking a bit and chasing.
He just had like wet fur.
Yeah.
That was it.
And I was like, oh, he just looks cold. Poor baby. Just take care of him. Just take him home.
And that's why she can't leave
because
on
of the
multiple
dogs.
attempts, or at least twice.
Yeah.
From what we know, because of the dogs.
And they're talking about, they talk about the fact that this is causing a problem because, like, it's killing the sheep from, like, the farmers. Like, the dogs are killing the sheep of the farmers in this area. But then at the last shot of the film, when she's able to escape with her dumb boyfriend David, who comes looking for her, he's unimportant. That doesn't even matter. Unimportant. It doesn't matter. 2 of his friends die. It does not matter. They are leaving together, like, in the car, and where they drive like away from, there are a bunch of sheep on a pasture that are dead, because you can see that they've got like red spots on them, like blood.
Right, yeah.
And I don't know if because of that we're given to, okay, I just had a thought. The place that they stop where these dead sheep are, that they do not notice, is the place where they pick up the little chimp, Imp, at the end. The other
survivor, yeah.
So you're like, is it supposed to be that Imp is also like this and has killed all the sheep? Is it supposed to be the dogs? Is it supposed to be that Link survived and has done this? I think it's that Link survived. I don't know. I'm actually thinking, I'm like, what if it's supposed to be like a thing like with Imp, like, oh no, and now they're in danger again because they've taken the chimp with them and he's going to fucking kill them.
In my head, the only way that this made sense is that Link survived, and then the beginning of the movie follows this. Because he survived, he gets to the city.
But what if it's that they take Imp back to the city and then he starts doing what he's doing? See, that could still work. I feel like I'm making this ending too much more clever than it actually is, and it's probably just the fact that Link survived. But
I don't know. I mean, let me tell you, the tagline for this movie is "The man is no longer in control."
Oh my God.
So really, like, we're digging deep here to make sense of certain things.
So bad.
Oh man, there's some people who described it as, so. First of all, this was reviewed not great, obviously.
Okay, is anyone shocked by that?
You know what? IMDb 5.9.
Really?
I am surprised.
I'm surprised that this is over a 4.
I know.
If I'm honest, I think the apes tipped the scale. They were quite good.
Yes, but someone reviewed it as, and that's the title of the review, a bizarre. No.
What happened?
Where's the good one? I refreshed the page. Now it's gone.
No.
It was something like it was something along the lines of Adventure and Babysitting 2, the monkeys take over, or something like that.
Oh no, it was Monkey Business. You said
Monkey Business. There we go. Yeah, that's funny. Come on, that's a good one. So yeah, I don't know why it's rated so high.
I'm not sure. Nostalgia.
But come on.
So, well, some people maybe, again, did what you did, right? They watched it as a kid and had like a weird affinity for it, and then
there's people rating it at 4 out of 5 on Letterboxd, and Letterboxd is notoriously strict.
Full of snobs, yeah.
Like,
yeah. People are really intense on Letterboxd.
Like, anything over 3.5 is good.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, normally.
I don't know.
Wow.
Anyways, you know what, guys? Let us know if you've seen this.
Yeah, you know what? I would
love to hear about this.
I would be so curious to know who else maybe who happens to listen has watched this movie and remembers having watched it maybe as a kid. Because I remember when we were talking about like picking, like another choice to do another childhood trauma episode, you were like, oh God, there's a killer monkey and I can't remember what the movie is. I'm going to look it up. I'll look it up. And you did, and you looked it up and you found it. But I wonder if for some other people, it's the same thing, right? They watched it like on TV or something. And you do that sometimes as a kid. And then you're like, what was that? Mm-hmm. Like you come back to it later and you're like, I don't remember what it was called.
No, but
I don't totally remember who was in it because I was like 10 and I didn't know who anyone was. Like, like that kind of thing. And you come back to it later on in life and rediscover it. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Funny. You know what? But anyways, if you've seen it, let us know on socials.
Oh, Gravestone
Pod for any freaking account that exists.
All of our socials.
Yeah. I would be really interested to know if anyone knows about this movie. Apparently people do because it's rated at 6 out of 10.
I mean, listen, that's it. Someone's watched it. Someone's reviewing
watched it somewhere.
Or someone's a big fat liar. Either way.
Someone really likes monkeys.
Apes, babe. You can't call them monkeys. Apes. Anyway. These are fun. I feel like we're just going to keep doing these childhood trauma episodes because they're just a blast. Like
it's therapy.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
That's it. It's our own little therapy right here in our home. Yeah, we get to revisit things. I don't know when this episode's actually going to come out, like sort of, in like the actual scheduling of everything. But anyway, we're kind of in the full middle of like October releases and all that stuff at the time that we're recording. So we're going to have a hefty number of those, I think, dropping for that entire month and even into November and stuff. There's quite a bit coming out. So we'll probably slip this in between some stuff just for fun. But anyway, as we said, that's it. Feel free to follow us on socials and everything if you want to kind of check out like what we've got coming out at any given time. But until next time, guys, stay scared and stay tuned.
Ciao, guys.